All right, guys. We're going into our next match. This is a sick one. Dude, Byun versus Parting already. All right, let's do this. Here we go. We got Byun in the bottom left. In the top right, we have Parting. Two world champions going at it. Two of the most aggressive micro-based players of all time.
Lightning just subscribed.
Gonna be fun. Thank you, Captain Lightning. This should really be a fun match. It really should. I'm excited about this. I feel like just about anything could happen here. It could really go either way. I feel like they are kind of a similar level. Parting's been playing really, really well lately. Byun always is pretty much always is playing well. So we will wait and see. Hope that you guys are enjoying here today. Welcome to the stream. Been doing a lot of casting lately. I do want to remind you guys, I have a new casting channel on YouTube. Right now it's called Artosis Casts 2. I might change the name of it later. Mapu's been working on it quite a bit. Of course, he's observing our games here. And of course, it has all of the games that I cast in the StarCraft 2 Cups, or at least all the good ones. But also, I've been casting a lot of Zero Space and a lot of Stormgate lately, and those are all going up there. So if you're interested in any of those three games, I would suggest that you use the command StarCraft 2 in the chat and click on that link and follow that YouTube channel. Again, it's Artosis Casts 2 on YouTube, and a ton of stuff going up. There's like more than one video a day a lot of days right now, because there's been a lot of casting going on. So yeah, you should check that out. Okay, anyways, let's pay attention to this game, see what's going on. It looks like Byun, that looks like he might put a starport down. I think he might go reactor Hellion drop, which is actually a very good build against, well, I don't know if he has enough gas though with only one geyser. Does he? I don't. Like, I guess, well, yeah, I guess he does. No, well, 62. He's already spent all the gas he needs on other stuff. No, I guess he could. He could do this. Anyways, I want to mention that Hellion drops are very good against Parting. It is like actually his Achilles heel, I guess, is the way to put it. So this is kind of a smart build from Byun, which, like, here's the thing. I actually really like Byun's play nowadays. I think he's improved a lot. I think he's improved on a lot of things that he was weak at before. So, like, I don't say this lightly, but I think that this is, like, a very smart play from Byun based on who he's playing against. And a lot of times I don't say that because Byun oftentimes will just do whatever the fuck he wants on any map, including builds that are not very good for the map. So, the fact that he's actually doing something here that is specifically good against Parting is cool to see. Parting, you know, if you look back to basically his peak right before he went to military, right? So he quit StarCraft 2 for a while, came back, got really deep in GSL, and TY kind of figured him out and realized that if you just make a bunch of Hellions and try to kill his probes, he's so active on the map. His at-home defense, honestly, like his offense is his defense in many, many ways. So a lot of times, like, look at how forward all his units are. He doesn't really have great stuff going on defensively in his main base. So this has some real potential. We'll see how much it ends up actually getting. Dude, look, he's going to put the pile on there, but this is too quick. All right, zaps one probe. The probes are running super quick, but look at this, man. Byun going to catch a lot of them. Oh my god! Dude, that is a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. Now, look at Byun at home, right? He made his command center in his main base. He has another barracks. He has siege tanks making. He has to defend now. If Byun just defends, he's going to be pretty good to go because Parting's only recourse here is a counterattack that gets damage. You can't macro back into a game like this against Byun. It will not occur. Look at this. Oh my god, the amount of probes that he has killed is actually absurd. Even saves that one. All right. Now, his medevac should boost out of here. Just get out. I don't care if you drop the Hellion or not, but get out of there with that. Jaggernaut, thank you for the sub. Okay, so this is fantastic for Byun. Byun is super far ahead right now. But there is potential in the counterattack. Okay, he leaves the one medevac over there, which I'm not actually on board with. Like, I guess you can drop again when he's attacking you, but I feel like the medevac at home might be worthwhile because I look at this situation for Byun and I say, how can Byun lose? And the only way I see him losing is taking significant damage to a blink counterattack. Right? It's just stalkers, probes, and a prism being made for parting. And now, so, I mean, this is a good move. There's no question that this is a good move. The thing is it a win more move? Or is it like a necessary, like, I need to do this to win this game? And the thing is, I think that a move like that, it can be argued about. There's different levels to it and everything. Like, maybe you buy time with it as well. But you know what? The medevac's going to get home, so it's going to be fine. Because this is what I was kind of harping on. I don't think... Like, I know that the Hellion is not going to add anything to the defense. It does... it just won't. But the medevac absolutely will. So I'm glad to see that home before any attack commences from parting. Parting, by the way, getting 2 gases, going Templar Archives. I like this move a lot. And he has not attacked yet, by the way. He has not attacked, which is... I'm a little bit surprised because I feel like it was his only chance. But it looks like he'll rush to Psystorm. Okay? I think it'll be 2 base, blink charge Psystorm. And that's going to be how he tries to do this, right? So I was saying that I think it's only... Oh my god. GG. Yeah. So the thing is, you're trying to figure out how to come back in a situation like this. So it's like, okay, an attack is kind of the obvious one. You attack in, you get damage. Okay, we wiggle back to even somehow. What I think his idea was like, okay, we'll harass because it's so obvious an attack will come and I don't feel like I can get the attack to work. Into Psystorm, hide the fact that you have Psystorm, like put them in a shuttle, the Templars, and kill a Byun attack. Wiping an army efficiently is a good comeback mechanic in StarCraft 2. So... yeah, I think it was a reasonable choice there by parting for sure. But I mean, when you lose that prism, there's no point. So Byun takes game 1. We're gonna go into game 2 right away.
Gauntlet Wizard just resubscribed for 40 months.
What's up,
Love
Gauntlet
you,
Wizard?
Leave your wife for me.
Okay, Gauntlet Wizard.
39, LL make sweet, sweet love while pretending to be Mario and Bowser.
Well, she never offered me that. I'll meet you at the Tims after this cast. All right.
P1_D4_0N3 just subscribed.
Thank you. All right. We're on Oceanborn now. Parting versus Byun game 2. Byun leads 1-0. Just a very good build against parting there. Just in general again. And we are just going to have to wait a little bit and see. It looks like this is probably an eBay block from Byun. That quick SCV coming out. That's my guess, is he wants to throw an engineering bay down at the natural and slow that command center as much as possible. Or that nexus, rather, of course. I think. But, I mean, it could be a secondary barracks as well. That is a possibility. It's not super popular to go 1 proxy racks, 1 racks at home, but you can do it. Absolutely. Okay, so that is what he's going to do. Now... that, I wonder which one it is. Like, is he going to go Proxy Marauder with that? Because I've seen that from Byun before. Like, you could go a Reaper out of this, but you could also go Proxy Marauder while making some Marines at home, and then hit with a Marauder Marine attack. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. I feel like I haven't seen that build in... maybe a year and a half, something like that. It's hard to keep track, man. There's so many years. The Earth has been here for like billions of years. How am I supposed to know what fucking year it was? I saw the 1 Proxyrax Marauder. Anyways, that is what we're going to see. So this is a tricky build because it's hard to tell what's going on. They could just have a command center behind their wall up there. They have some Marines, so it like looks kind of normal. There's the concussive shells. There's the production of Marauders. Dude, Byun playing some cheesy one-base stuff here against Parting, but honestly, if it works, it works. Adept on the way. One Zealot walking across the map. Three Marines leaving. Okay, this is where it gets kind of interesting. The Zealot is going to see 3 Marines coming out. When this is odd, you look at this and you think, what? What is that exactly? Probably run back to that tall grass. No, you just kept running. I guess he was trying to meet with the Adept as quickly as possible as opposed to take the tall grass for cover. But with the Adept coming up, obviously Zealot Adept can hold. Now, this is bad for Parting. I think Parting's going to die. I think that this series that could have been the best in the tournament is going to end to a really fast. He's got to recall those units, and I don't think he holds. Like, a Zealot, like, that does nothing, man. He's going to pull his probes, which he absolutely 100% has to do. But with the Marines coming up, the DPS is really there to deal insane damage. And now he's going to kill the pylon. The batteries are going to have a hard time getting up. It's, well, I guess one of those is a pylon as well. That one. Yeah, that really looks like it's probably going to end it. Just picking off so much, not even microing. Wow. And the probe's like trying to get on top of the Marines there for a moment. Yeah, he can't even catch the Marines. Look at that micro from Byun. Gets right out of Adept range, but in Marine range and continues to hit. Oh, okay. You know what? The Oracle will shut this down. So that's something at least. Oh, can he get that in time? I feel like I would always go after probes there. I feel like the pylon wouldn't be gotten in time. So, you know, the Oracle does a reasonable job here trying to save things. I don't know if he sent an SCV up to finish that. No, he didn't. Comes in, has a few Marines, has a Marauder here. Stim already on the way in that proxy racks.
_Slurpee just gifted 1 sub.
Thank you, Senor Slurpee. I appreciate that. Now... Oh, wow. He even gets the Oracle. That's painful. Well, another Oracle is here and can do it. He probably wants to save up energy a little bit there. Parting going to try to recover from this. This is not as bad as the first game, but it's pretty bad still. Well, it's getting a bit better for Parting. Like, that wasn't a good trade, right? You're killing like a pylon basically for like 2 Marines and 2 Marauders. It doesn't. That's not that good really. So he's just going to block these Oracles coming in. They are low on energy, so it's not like the scariest thing in the world if you're not 100% prepared. But if he's not 100% prepared, Parting is going to start to take the advantage in this game. So let's see what this looks like. The Oracle's just fly in and fly out. Stim is done. That's kind of a big deal that he got Stim done before losing this Rax, or the add-on at least. All right, this floating Rax trying to get a little bit of scouting done before it dies. Not sure if he actually saw that or not, but I mean, you know that there's a Twilight. Oracle always goes with Blink. Yeah, so we have 1 Oracle left over. As you can see, the other one did get lost in there at some point while we were watching that Rax die. Plenty of Marines. All right, yeah, just tagging, trying to figure out what's going on. You can see on that production tab, it does look healthier for Byun right now, but honestly, Parting, he's recovered reasonably well, I feel like, here. Right? He's got 45 workers. Okay. He's making his 3rd Nexus. Okay, yeah, some stasis wards, bring the stalkers down. There's some redeeming things about this for Parting right now. Byun should start to shoot up in supply relatively soon here, as his production really gets going. He is about to have another Rax finish, landing his factory to make an add-on here. Probably get into a few siege tanks, it looks like. Fair amount of stalkers. You're not really going to be able to move out against that. May want to tag. Yeah, throws that tag down. Charge on the way for parting. 3 sentries as well. That's kind of interesting. Guess he was probably just a little bit heavy in gas. I mean, you can utilize them for scouting still. Guardian Shield is good. Force fields are underrated, honestly. Like, sentries rotated out so hard of any metagame stuff for Protoss. But honestly, force fields are still powerful. They're still good. Love this stance, by the way, guarding that stasis ward. It's like you just kind of stand there, and if they really chase, you just back up, and they eat the stasis ward, and you're completely fine. See? And look at that. Blinks into the main base. Ooh, maybe he has a recall setup for this as well. Oh, God. We have a big drop from Byun in that main base. Oh, good micro from Byun there as well. So actually a lot of damage being dealt. Dude, that's painful. Parting had basically come into a position where I was like, okay, this is going to be a nice game. But Byun killing 19 probes with that drop, that is incredible amounts of pain. Now we have Byun moving across the map. Now, there are 3 sentries there with high energy, so he can dictate the flow of the battle a little bit, but the siege tanks actually help against the sentries reasonably well. Is it 1 tank or 2? I thought I saw 2 tanks. I only see 1 right there. Maybe it's just a little bit behind. All right, comes in, sieges up. Yeah, there is the 2nd tank. He did engage before it got there. Not a huge deal, but the Zealots charging forward here, doing a pretty good job. The force field's actually holding them back at this point. Well, I guess that they basically all die by the time they kill the units in front anyways. Overcharge goes down to help him maintain. Colossus coming out. Have a few Zealots being warped in here and there. It's not a huge gateway count, by the way. You know, Parting did take damage earlier on, so it doesn't have quite the production he was looking for. That is a good, solid turnaround right there. All right, the Zealots getting on top of everything is strong, but look at Byun. He sacrifices the tanks, micros forward, picks off additional stalkers, and it's like, okay, well, if we keep the stalker count low, Byun still has a lot of flexibility with this army because there isn't a good chase for this if you pick up at medevacs, right? That's what you need the stalkers for. So, really well done there, micro-wise, on both sides. Byun up 13 workers. That is not what you want to see in this matchup. In an even PvT, you want the Protoss player to be up in workers a bit. So the fact that he's down pretty substantially, that's worrisome, to say the least. Disruptor on the way. That makes a lot of sense to me. You know, second Robo coming up. You know, you get into these weird or bad positions as Protoss, and getting into disruptors is generally like what you need to do, right? They give a big enough bang for your buck. They do zoning. If you get some good hits, it's a great comeback mechanic. Ooh, good pickoff there on that first Colossus. Now, he does have sentries, so he doesn't have to worry about this too much. Just throws the force field down and retreats, but losing that 1 Colossus is pretty bad for him. There are some additional Vikings being made. Like, I don't mind having a small group of Vikings, but some of these middling amounts against low amounts of Colossus, I'm not a huge fan of. Like, I like them almost more for picking off prisms or pushing prisms back than I like them for the Colossus. I mean, if there's 3 Colossus, go ham on Vikings. But when there's 2 is like the trick amount of Colossus, where you're like, hey, overmake Vikings. That used to be a big central theme in PvT strategy, was to make them try to get your opponent to make too many Vikings. Because really, the Vikings, it's like, yeah, they added damage there, but the Marauders were going to get them anyways. Now, Byun continuing to attack up. He's got a huge supply lead of 50. And that is mostly in army. We need the 2 biggest, best disruptor shots you've ever seen, but unfortunately missing. GG is called. Byun takes Parting down 2-0. Pretty one-sided. Byun with some cheesy openers, but I mean, it does the trick. So what can you say?